So we're gonna do some early impressions on Bayonetta 3. Full disclosure, I've been playing it mostly offline. I'm about 4 chapters in to the main game. I really, really like it. We're going to probably just do some cleanup with uh, replaying old chapters. So I'm gonna do the first maybe 3 chapters on expert difficulty. So I've been playing. I started on normal, and it's actually pretty easy. I'm surprised how kind of like low key, not difficult the normal difficulty is. Maybe this was their approach to make the game a little bit more approachable, even compared to like the first 2 Bayonetta games, which I thought on normal they were pretty challenging um, out of the gate. But this, so obviously, if you're not familiar with the franchise, Bayonetta is essentially Platinum Games' flagship, premier, sort of big budget uh, series for them. And Platinum is mostly, in terms of like their key staff, were former Capcom. So I've always considered them back when they first launched. They did like Mad World and Infinite Space, which was kind of co-developed by them, I think. Um, and the original Bayonetta, and then you would get, you know, Anarchy Reigns and Metal Gear Revengeance. And they've released so many games over the years, but they sort of split off. Key members from Capcom split off from Capcom primarily to start a new studio, and Platinum's been around for a long time, and they mostly, while they do develop a lot of original games, they've done a lot of licensed stuff, a lot of games that they don't technically own themselves, and that's been one of their goals is to kind of become independent and publish games on their own. Bayonetta specifically was published by Sega originally, and for I don't know the exact reasons, but I'm assuming probably due to maybe how well or how it did not sell well enough was the reason why Bayonetta 2 wasn't um, funded or published by Sega initially, and that's where Nintendo came in and sort of gave them a platform, and I'm assuming a budget or something, sort of invested in them to produce Bayonetta 2, which was Wii U exclusive and now has been ported to Switch. And now we're here with Bayonetta 3, which has had like a pretty wild development history. Um, right before the release of this game, there was some sort of online drama with the voice actresses, or the voice actress who played the original Bayonetta's character. And it's sort of the elephant in the room. I wasn't really going to originally stream this game just because I didn't want to bring attention to like all of the drama and sort of nonsense surrounding the release of it. But some information came out on the actress and that whole situation that didn't really sit well with me, or I didn't really agree with. So ultimately, voice actors should get paid more or should get paid better, and I think you can say that for a lot of industries and businesses and companies, including my where I work myself. Um, so it's a shame that the focus wasn't on like the voice acting industry as a whole to get better in terms of payment and salaries and pay. And it was kind of more focused on the voice actress herself and what she couldn't get or what she didn't get and blah blah blah. So um, I'm of the mind that hundreds of people worked on this game that had nothing to do with that whole murky kind of shady business side of things. So um, I love the franchise. I've loved Bayonetta since the original game. It's to me, Platinum's been carrying a torch from the PlayStation 2 era, specifically the character action games, because Bayonetta was essentially like an answer to Devil May Cry. Uh, I would say it's kind of an evolution, but also sort of just a carrying the mantle, carrying the torch, as I've mentioned. Like Bayonetta doesn't stray too far from the Devil May Cry formula. I think Bayonetta 3 does a lot of things differently, even compared to the first 2 games, and just in general for the character action genre, which I really like so far. Again, I'm very early, but Character action games are one of my favorite genres ever, so was excited for this game, been waiting for it forever. And so far it hasn't disappointed, so let's just jump in and talk about some of it. So even this title screen kind of shocked me. It's like a quiet sort of camera swaying around some renders like of characters and some of the creatures in the game, which is really an interesting choice. And it's very kind of simple with like the Bayonetta 3 like, you know, white font. Just really I feel like they were really confident with this game.
Bayonetta.
And you still get the Bayonetta. Doesn't echo like it should like in Devil May Cry games. Alright. So, I don't know if I'm going to stream beyond where I'm at in the story, because I've been kind of enjoying the game offline myself. But by the way, I love this map. It reminds me of like No More Heroes a little bit for some reason. You have this dart on a dartboard on the wall, and you have the map on the wall, and that's how you make your selections. Just super stylish in this soundtrack. This music is so chill. I was really disappointed there was no like little secret by throwing the dart, like making a bullseye. There has to be a secret with this. That seems wild that they didn't add anything there. Like maybe a few extra halos or something. That's weird. But if you do throw the darts at the guitar, you get different sounds. Cool little... I don't know how many people know about this stuff or even tried to do this. Although these light bulbs... Come on, Platinum. Your darts just go right through them? I'm disappointed. You should be able to break those light bulbs. So, not everything's interactable on this screen, but it's a cool little... It looks like things get added to your little room here in the wall. I could be wrong as you progress. And this is Viola's room, clearly. Alright, so we're gonna do... We'll talk about... I'm gonna try expert, because normal or standard's pretty simple, or pretty easy. And we're gonna replay this first chapter and watch this prologue again, because it's incredible. We're gonna try to get some of these bewitchments. The bewitchments are like in-game achievements, and I guess they unlock certain things. They're like little mini objectives within the levels. Taunt and then finish deck battle. Alright, let's just start. Oh, you can pick from like even certain... I didn't even see this last time. From particular verses. Let's just watch from the prologue. This is so stylish. This is classic Capcom Platinum cutscene direction. I think it's Shimamura is the cinematics director. I think it'll come up. So classy. Very proud. They're very proud of this game. P-Star logo, Team Little Angels. This soundtrack is so.
Please, someone help me before it's too late.
Enzo.
Ah, shit!
Yeah, these two, Shimamura and I missed the second person's name. They're just like top class, best in the business.
Enzo,
I don't want to hear about it. No arguments.
The weather forecast for today?
These cutscenes are in the choreographer. Get the fuck out of here.
Cloud in the sky.
These cutscenes are top class, even for a Switch
You know
that's.
what that means, right? It means you found a way to drag
You
me
know,
all over the
Switch is
city
kind of long in
and
the
turn
tooth,
my opening
long in the
day
mail in terms of
ticket into
performance and
toilet
visuals.
paper. Don't act like you don't hear me talking, huh? Huh?
But they make the best use out of what the hardware.
You know how much shit I had to go through for this thing?
And it's a new director. I don't know if that was the Bayonetta 2 director or not, but fresh blood director.
Shit! Jesus! How about a heads up for... Ah!
You have my deepest sympathies. But don't forget, it was you who agreed to do anything I asked in exchange for that job.
Just because I said anything
Now,
doesn't mean...
let's be off.
Now where do you want to go? I've been driving around this city since the crack of dawn. And now this damn thing's throwing a temper tantrum. The hell you doing? I just got this baby yesterday and...
Less hot air, more gas.
We're done.
Storm's coming.
And this is like a mirror of Bayonetta 1's intro.
Lousy
To a degree.
bumps. Everybody's getting screwed today. Me playing chauffeur, cause you gotta meet someone. So where are they? First the park, then the grocery store, and now you're saying you want to try the pier. Hey, you even know where this mystery guest of yours is? What the... Holy shit! The hell you do that for? Hey! Hello?
Please, someone help me before it's too late.
Hey, what is it? Don't tell me you got the date wrong.
No, it's today. And it's here.
What?
Enzo,
What the
you
hell?
wait right here.
Whoa.
Got it? Right here. Don't move one
Hey.
inch.
Jeez. All right. Hey, hey. How long do you expect me to sit here for, huh? And what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, just their cutscene and art direction. Again, Switch is so, you know, it's seen its days, but it's still like if the right team is working on it, like they can just make some really good scenes still. I'm obsessed with everything about this. This is a cutscene style that's like lost to time, and Platinum still, like I said, they're carrying that torch from the PlayStation 2 era, and Capcom still, to a degree, has this kind of what's the word I'm looking for how to describe this? This energy, or this like, it's just the style. It's so stylish.
Damn it. I know it's the same shit with her every time, but she still gets me by the short and curlies. Huh? Rain? Where'd all these clouds come from? The hell is that? Not again! Light from on high just means more holy bullshit! What the... Ooh. A girl? Where the hell did she come from? You know, this kid looks kind of familiar. Whoa! Hey!
Please, take me to her.
Do I look like a damn taxi driver? You... her who?
Bayo.
Whoa!
Netta.
Oh yeah, this? Oh, this is just what I needed.
So I have something to say about how over the top and cinematic the set pieces are in this game, because it's...
The hell is that? Hey, you got the wrong idea. She just fell out
I'll
of
talk
the
about
damn
it later.
sky. I got nothing to do with this kid. I swear. I just... Huh? Oh. Now what? Great. Don't tell me one of her pets got loose again. Come on! See, this is why I can't have nice... Animals! The hell's wrong with you? I can't even turn the wipers on, for God's sakes! Fucking leave
The animation on his face. It's so good. Top class. Top the class.
Rodon?
Get lost, Enzo. Can't have you died before I get my dough. Newer town, huh? And here's a friendly hello.
I swear, this giant fish creature is like a homage or like a reference to like Darius shooters. It's got like shoot 'em up, giant fish, giant flying fish sort of battleship vibes that, like, I wouldn't be surprised considering it's Platinum Games.
I do hope you haven't forgotten my
There's like
order.
a shoot 'em up, arcade shoot 'em up sort of influence on some of the enemy designs here. This is so ridiculous. These enemy designs are so good. There's a cohesion to these. Oh, I gotta talk about this stuff. Holy shit! Don't get me started. Light humanoid generic module on these enemy introduction sequences. Get the fuck out of here. So few games do it as well as Platinum, if at all. Think about like most Western games. You get to and like you're introduced to your first enemy. Does anyone do it like this? It makes the enemies so much more memorable. I don't even like. I would bet like the new God of War. We'll see, but God of War Ragnarok that's coming out soon. When you get to the first like grunt or monster, are you gonna get a scene that's as like elaborate as this? Probably not. The soundtrack is get the fuck out of here. Ugh,
You know, I've
can't
seen
deal with
enough
it.
in New York, but ill-behaved tourists can be quite a pain.
Alright, let's see how hard expert is. On. Down, okay. That's what I thought.
All eyes on me.
Okay, so you can't use the weapons you've gained in other chapters in this prologue, I guess?
More cheap toys.
These cutscenes, I'm telling you.
Getting a little too hot in the kitchen?
Just give me my order before I lose my cool.
Yeah. Order up! Beautiful. Just hope you can keep up. Seems like these guys are built different than usual.
That the scroll bestiary sequence is like, I never get tired of it.
More new faces, I see. Then perhaps a bit of fancy dress is in order.
Now you got your stuff back. I have my weapon back, but I don't have my summons here. Interesting. I think I got hit by that goop that I wasn't supposed to get hit by already. Yeah, these fish are so like shoot 'em up, shooter shit. Now I'm curious, can I check the bewitchment descriptions while I'm in the mission? I think the only thing I'm not sure about. Look at that. Heavy humanoid decisive unit.
Size isn't everything, you know.
Let me see. Is there... Is there a way to see... I think that's kind of weird. There's no way to see, like, what... Like, if the bewitchments are viewable from the chapter you're in, that's kind of strange. This is cool.
That thing ain't from Paradiso. No sanctified seasoning means no deal. Better think fast, Bayonetta. Storm's a lot worse than I thought. Slave. That's one ancient art I thought was lost for good.
Like counters with your demons, which is like amazing. Look at that. That's so incredible. That's such. Let me pause it for a second. I had some food show up, so I'm gonna grab that really quick. And if people don't care, if anyone's even watching, I might just eat while on stream. So I will be right back. I'm just gonna go to my be right back screen and probably just run an ad really quick. So if you stick around, I'll be back. If not, we shall see you soon. All right, be right back. All right, we're back. I've got my lunch, so I'm just gonna be kind of watching. Whenever cutscenes come up, I'll be eating on stream for anyone that might be bothered by that. I gotta eat. This is very like Sonic Adventure 1's opening, it reminds me of for some reason. With chaos in the city. Just a little bit. I got Sonic on the mind because Sonic Frontiers comes out soon.
Jean.
We'll catch up later.
Oh, I think I need to use Gamora, my summon all these tentacles for an achievement.
Let's go.
A demon? Here? It's clearly been summoned. Who else could possibly have...
Perhaps our new friends can tell us a thing or two. Do it. Do it.
Got it. Those are cool, but
Do it. Finish them! Now's your chance. Too late! Your turn! Do it. Finish them! Do it. I'll take it from here. Jean? Finally decided to come up for air, did you? Now, who invited you to our little cruise? Corrupto! Do it. Unleash it. Corrupto! Unleash it.
I think there's something for not getting hit by this ink as well, which seems like impossible. Oh,
Unleash it. to replenish. Peroxo! Unleash it! Peroxo! Unleash it! So close! Need to replenish. Peroxo! Unleash it! Peroxo! Unleash it! Serves you right.
And you get the book introductions and the new scroll homunculi introductions for enemies and creatures.
Playing the Good Samaritan, Rodin. How dreadfully noble.
We gotta talk. Preferably someplace a little quieter.
All right, so let's recap. All right, so use Gamora's gripping bite on the Yumilambus. I can't say that word. It's like so fucking hard to say. Yumilambus. All right, avoid cracking Kraken's ink, which I thought I maybe did that, but I guess not. Finish the deck battle without touching Clouds of Erasure. Yeah, that's tough. Well, that's actually not that hard, but the other, avoid Kraken's ink. Use Gamora's bite on the Chromunculus. Yulan Imbis. That's a horrible name. Do I know which enemy that is so I can Oh, I should go to my files, not this.
Welcome to the gates of hell.
What is the sinking rooftop chapter? Let's just go to the chapter select, see if we can knock some of these bewitchments out. And we'll skip cutscenes this time. Alright, hold on. That's this thing. So use the bite on this boss? Wait, isn't that gonna bite him?
Tear them apart.
I don't get why the bite's not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
I'm all out. Do it. Need to replenish.
Hold on. Is there really no way to...
Don't make me wait. Fly. Do it. Do it. I'm all out. Do it.
Alright, we'll try the counter. I don't understand what this game wants me to do for this challenge.
You feel the burn, don't you?
Right? I don't understand. Unless it might be a move, a specific move that maybe that's what it is. Hold on. Let me look at my oh, I think I fucked up. I think I know what it is now.
Here. And it's clearly been summoned. Who else could possibly have...
I got
Perhaps our
it.
new friends can tell us if we need to.
Let's go back to the chapter select then. I have to do the deck battle. I can't get hit by this shit.
All eyes on me now. Think you've got a chance?
Enemies are worth more when you enrage them by taunting as well. That was like a... I think that was all the way back to Bayonetta 1. Alright, I can't get hit by the water here?
All eyes on me now.
Oh, that was weird. Alright. Oh shit. I don't want to do any of that.
Try to keep up. You feel
I'm gonna try to do this really like stylishly. Alright, let's do the demon counter. I want to do this like properly. No, it's not it. What's the timing on that? Ooh, that's really hitting me. Alright, let's get this challenge over with.
Crunch it up. Need to replenish.
Ooh, okay.
You'll pay for that.
Interesting.
The shadow remains cast.
Okay, so you just can't grab this thing.
All eyes on me now.
There we go. Whoa! Holy shit. That's the demon slave counter into a grapple or a bite. Oh, it's incredible.
A demon? Here?
Let's try to get this ink challenge.
Who else could possibly have... Perhaps our new friends will tell us what they do. Do it. Do it.
It's so hard. I don't even know. I avoided it. All right. I'm not gonna question it. All right, let's see if we got all the bewitchments. Yeah, got them. Cool. Yeah, again, just to summarize what we've been doing so far. I played through up to the 4th chapter offline for myself on standard difficulty, which wasn't too difficult so far. It's been very fair and just sort of fun and enjoyable. At least for someone like myself who sort of born and bred on these types of character action games. This game seems a little easier compared to the previous 2 games, and I think that might have to do with how many combat options there are. Being able to summon demons and take kind of full control of them just like completely, I don't want to say imbalances the combat, because there are big enemies as well, and you have a cooldown, and there's sort of a it's sort of a resource, another resource for your character, which I still like. It just feels the summoning of demons as like kind of familiars, or like having them as like a secondary or tertiary sort of weapon, just feels like where this series, the natural direction this series was heading in. I think it's incredible what they pulled off and how they integrated like big kind of kaiju-like battles into the traditional character action game combat portions, because this game still structurally is no different than, you know, the first Bayonetta, which was, you know, 10 plus years ago. So did the game or the series progress too much or enough since the first game? I don't know. I think in ways it has, but structurally kind of similar to how I felt about a lot of games lately, like a Plague Tale even that I streamed and played earlier. There's little minor tweaks and evolutions on what the core is of what these games are, but they haven't really progressed since like their first adaptations, respectively, for their series, obviously. So we're just strictly talking Bayonetta, like it still feels like an old Devil May Cry game. It still falls into that. You have your chapters on a map select screen. The chapters are broken into verses, which are basically like, you know, combat segments. Or Devil May Cry is usually mission based, and most of them, actually most if not all of them, are mission based still. And they're one continuous like point A to point B level with some, you know, some minor secrets here and there off the beaten path, but they're not big open explorable areas. And Bayonetta sort of followed that structure since the first game. It hasn't changed since. So the only difference in Bayonetta was always that they took each combat section and sort of separated it into pieces, which are known as verses. So every like sort of main section or scenario, whether it be a combat portion or like kind of like a chase or platforming sequence where you get graded, like that's the difference between Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, is that Bayonetta's still chapter based like Devil May Cry, but they kind of further segment the missions or the chapters like within the chapter. It's sort of like, I like it more like this, like in Bayonetta, because it kind of ranks you individually and then you get an overall rank at the end of the level between the sections within the chapter. Whereas Devil May Cry, it's like start A to B, you better, you know, play well, you know, rack up your combat or your combo ranking points while fighting, and then get through the level quickly without getting damaged. So this way, in Bayonetta, you can kind of fart around and fool around in the environment and take damage, and you won't necessarily like impact your overall ranking, which, again, sort of a deep dive into the differences between Devil May Cry and Bayonetta in terms of like structurally their chapter and mission flow. So these bewitchments are cool. These are just like mini achievements. And again, like I wanted to check out expert mode to see how hard it was with some of the stuff I've gained up until the 4th chapter when I was playing on standard. So going back and replaying some of these levels on expert isn't too hard still. Let's check out one of these remnants. So these are like optional, I guess they're like side chapters? I haven't tried one of these yet. That verse alternate timeline little what is this mission? grab is so awesome.
Gentle
Yeah, so I gotta hurry up. It's the little dog from Astral Chain. This is the next best game since Astral Chain and Platinum. Not that they've made a whole lot since, but Astral Chain and Bayonetta 3 are really fucking good. I didn't know could you explore all of this in the original portion of this level? So this is like a fragmented optional level. Alright, I finished it. What a weird level. Okay, they're just like these little mini episodes. Ooh. Weird. Alright, let's do the other one really quick. And these have bewitchments? Finish with at least 60 seconds left. Finish the chapter with Jean. So I guess you could play as Jean? Collect all the lotuses? Oh, yikes. Let's try this one. Whoa, these are enemies I haven't even seen before. Alright, so this is literally, it looks like just a bunch of combat. I'm almost glad they removed like the button smashing stuff for the executions. It just makes the whole combat flow feel more fluid. I could see fans being disappointed that you don't like smash the buttons anymore though. I have a lot to say about the city and the look of the game. I've seen some people criticize or kind of be critical, again, because Switch is like long in its life cycle. Like some of these developers are either, you know, bleeding, the taking blood from the stone or whatever, however the saying goes, to get these games to perform as well as they can be and look as well as they can be. And I think Platinum found a good balance between like whatever compromises they had to make the game perform as well as it could be, which I think there's some performance issues. I don't know if this game's running at a solid 60. I would hope it is, but I can't tell because it feels like it chugs sometimes. But, the look of the game's very like kind of gray, muted colors. But I think they do a good job. I can't find where the fuck what was this last like battle I'm supposed to do? I think they do a good job of kind of like hiding or adding some stylistic environmental flair. Like this kind of fog or smoke has like sort of like a green, you can see like a green sort of like highlight to it, and it just looks stylish. Like it makes the levels feel more I don't know how to describe it, but it's sort of like a brush stroke feel. I want to make another comparison to Okami, because this game's, I'll get to that later. I'm gonna do one more mission after this, I think, and try to do some cleanup on a level I've already played, and then I'll talk about that. What the fuck is that? Yo, these enemy designs. These missions are spoiling enemies. Let's try this again.
The shadow remains cast.
Seems like these missions have all the same sort of mini achievements. God, it's incredible like that. Collective Hourglass, I missed that? Yeah, so let's just like do a little overview on everything that's in this game, because it's a lot. So again, you have your chapter by chapter map screen. There's 3 difficulties selectable from the start. I think it's easy, standard, or it's a casual, standard, and expert. I'm bouncing between normal and expert, or standard and expert, because standard's pretty chill. It's not too difficult. So after you finish a level, you get a list of bewitchments, which are a set of mini achievements or challenges to complete when you go back into the level and replay, and they can be tackled or completed on any difficulty, it seems like. So you don't have to redo them on a lower or higher difficulty. You can do them on, presumably, maybe an easier difficulty, or whatever one you choose to do. So those are fun. They're like little challenges. I don't know what they unlock yet. You get like a little check mark, little dart gets filled in when you complete it. And then you have Umbrum Tears of Blood, which have been in the game since the first one. They're like little collectibles. Usually they were crows, I think, in the first game. And you had to run up to them and sneak up on them and capture them really quickly. And they would unlock things. So they're back in this game, but the most interesting thing about them is that they are now more than just crows. They're like all sorts of animals. So like one level had a crow, a cat, and a frog. And you have to kind of capture them in different ways. So that's new. The second game didn't have anything like that, if I remember it correctly, because I haven't played Bayonetta 2 in a while. But what that reminds me of is Okami. So even though this is not directed by Hideki Kamiya, he again, former Capcom, now one of the top dogs at Platinum. He directed Bayonetta 1, but he's kind of supervisor role as far as I know. Kind of oversighting
Their leader's
each game since then.
name is
But
Singularity.
Okami was about, like, you know, you would purify the land and kind of save animals. It feels very much like a
Declaring
pull
his
from
own world
Okami.
the Alpha.
Quite the warm welcome. So, who'll be carrying my luggage? That sword isn't just for play, is it?
Fuck! Don't call me Kitty! Trust me, I can take care of myself.
Now's your chance. Unleash it. Need to replenish. Do it.
I don't know what these things are yet. You can break them, but what is... I guess I'll find out. So, I think this is like one of the more cool parts about Bayonetta that people don't talk enough about, or like kind of like the exploratory kind of quiet moments between the verses. So you have like, you know, just a little bit of exploration and secrets hidden everywhere. And I think that's like the most underrated aspects of the game. Which again, Devil May Cry has those moments in between combat encounters as well, where you solve kind of simple puzzles. And Bayonetta sort of carried that idea forward as well. But the music's always like really somber, or it's kind of how do I describe the music? Because all three games do this. It just depends on the environment that you're in, but like what is? Oh, he's already got some of these. So again, I've already played this chapter on standard, so I'm coming back on expert. I'm really curious what longtime Bayonetta fans think about this game, because I've seen some people disappointed in certain things. I'm like blown away by like everything about it so far. Like I am not disappointed. So, just like the previous games as well.
What's this?
you have secret
It opens with
verses
Umbran
or
magic.
combat encounters.
Seems we really do share a past with this island.
And you kind of have to backtrack through levels, so you'll know if you've missed something if you're trying to find them all on your own, is if it skips from, say, like, you just did verse 2, and then the next one you come across is verse 4. That means you missed something in between 2 and 4, obviously. So it was probably, you have to backtrack. Love running into these like lotus flowers. And this game's got like 3 currencies compared to it's not just halos. You collect and use certain things for like different types of what are these things? I'm gonna have to come back later. So I forget, are these treated like verses as well? Replay these. I think these are treated as verses. So these were like the secret portals from the original game, or like the first 2 games, but they're kind of extensions. These are like the secret missions from Devil May Cry. This has been like
If
an
I'm going
element
to
that's
waste time, I'd rather do it in a nice hot bath.
Ooh, I fucked that up quickly. I was trying to do the demon counter. Alright, let's try that again.
Don't make me wait.
Oh, so there's our verses, so you have to do them technically. I got it. That's how they always work. I just wonder if they changed that. I always forget. So when I first played through this mission on standard, I missed a verse or two, I think, so I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for the other ones.
It feels like being bathed in moonlight. A fountain of magic energy. Hard to like it here. Your turn. Take it. Unleash it.
That was a pure plat, right? Ah, close. Alright, so I think there's a mission back here somewhere. Or a verse, rather. Because I'm pretty sure if I move too far ahead, I can't come back to it. Unless the next verse was verse 4. But I don't know. Hmm. Yeah, I guess I'll see. Let me just keep moving forward. If it's verse
What's this weird ass wall?
If it's verse 5, then I'm missing something.
Any true Umbra would. This trip has been full of surprises. Too late for regrets now, I'm afraid. Bayonetta! Separate vacations for now, then. Good luck. You must have been dying for some action, too.
Alright, is this 5 or 4? Oh, it's 4, okay. I love this sequence. Is this verse 5 or is this verse 6? I have to kill 5 of the homunculi here, I think. Okay, it's still verse 5. Gotta kill one more? I got it. Cool. You don't have a lot of time for that, right? That can happen soon. Telling these, I can't get over these wall scroll enemy introductions. There's just nothing better than it.
We will be changing to another track. If you are standing, please hold on to a hand.
I have to destroy things while I'm sliding on this? Big tail swipe would be best. Okay. Okay, I did it. Destroy 3 obstacles while sliding against good warrior. Whatever, this is so out of control. Hold on, I gotta talk about this too for a second. This, even though this is like a very like kind of big set piece moment, they've been, I gotta replay Bayonetta 2 because I don't remember if Bayonetta 2 was doing this, but the Wonderful 101, even though it was a much smaller scale project from Platinum, maybe not so much smaller scale, but the actual scale of the game was like very small. Like you controlled very tiny characters fighting big enemies, and it was still like a Bayonetta Devil May Cry style game at its core, even though on this, like looking at it from afar, like no one really knew that. That's what was kind of probably hard to, why that game didn't sell as well, because it was like, what is this game? But Wonderful 101 had a lot of like kind of building, that Inception sort of like building and bridges warping and in real time, like just like the geography kind of like, you know, whether it's like things just falling apart or like the platform or terrain that you're on is sort of like waving up and down, just bending everywhere. Like that was like a Wonderful 101 thing. So it's, this game feels like they took a lot of what they've been working towards, sort of presentation wise. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but just like the scope of what their games are trying to be, and especially because Kamiya is a huge kaiju fan, and the game that they're working on, or that he's, I think, spearheading, what the fuck's the name of it? It was like announced twice already. Project. Anyway, Platinum's working on another game. Kamiya is leading it. It's like a kaiju. Apparently, it's like a sort of kaiju-based style game. I don't know exactly what type of game it's going to be. It might be an online-driven game as well. But regardless, like there's a lot of that in this game as well. In addition to, like I said, like there's elements of Okami here. There's like straight up Devil May Cry 1 references, and then callbacks obviously to like the previous 2 Bayonetta games. On top of like, you know, things they've been working towards with their other games, like the kind of environment sort of bending and destruction sort of stuff that was in the Wonderful 101. Yeah, it's just, there's so much going on in this game. So incredible. Yeah, like this shit, see these buildings like this? This is like Wonderful 101 shit, like maxed out. He's like jet skiing on a bunch of ships. Like, what is happening? Oh, it's incredible. That's such a good shot.
Unleash it. This is like the classic shot. Could that be a chaos gear? Greedy little thing.
Again, I've watched all these cutscenes already. Alright, so I was up to verse 5 or 6. Oh, there's a little cat. So yeah, I collected the Umbrum tier from this cat already. But you chase it around the environment till you collect it. Do you get anything if you capture it again? Let's see.
What an adorable new friend.
Oh, just more halos. Okay. That's such an Okami thing. That's so fucking Okami. Platinum's not fooling me. So this is the yeah, actually this level's a really good. Here's the Astral Chain cameo reference. Anyway. So I think this game's been getting criticized for you know, obviously some of the performance issues, and the look of the game is a little drab, a little gray and brown. Not very muted sort of colors, but there's some nice highlights here. Like you've got some very cool signage on the buildings. And something I mentioned earlier, like during one of those secret missions that I did, is this sort of like neon gray and purple mist with the streaks and the highlights in the mist. It just adds like a little nice visual flair to,
If I'm going to
like,
waste time, I'd rather do it in a nice hot bath.
which otherwise would just be like regular, you know, smoke coming from the building. So it's definitely like a stylistic choice, and it might just be their way of sort of like accenting the environment art, because I think they know that maybe the areas and the buildings are just kind of, you know, gray and sort of muted looking. But another cool thing is, like, there's so many little destructible things in the environment too, which is, again, nothing new. Like, this is like PS2 era stuff, but it's again like a very Capcom and now Platinum Games sort of thing to have just like little destructible things in the environment, and of course you get like rewarded with the currency in the game or whatever. So I think even though the game might not perform the greatest, again, like, these developers are really pulling strings to get these games to look and run as well as they can on Switch. We're really ready for a new platform from Nintendo. I'm sure these developers are like super frustrated. Like, they're working within like limitations hardcore, but I think limitations sometimes can make for, like, at least this game has like a nice cohesive art style and art direction. Like, especially the enemy designs. The enemies, this new homunculi, sort of like, they're not angels quite, and they're not the demons. It's such a cool new addition to like the series in general. But they have such a cohesive, whoever the monster designers are, they're just top of the class. Environmental artists are great. Cinematography, the motion capture, the cutscene directors, they're all fucking killing it in this game. And the sound, and the same with the composer as well. And the new director. It's not directed by Hideki Kamiya. This is like a brand new, at least maybe new to Bayonetta. He could have directed Bayonetta 2, I just don't know that off the top of my head. Bonjour! Oh, fuck. I just want to blow the kiss and get out of here. There we go. That was verse 6. I haven't missed a verse yet. Another cool thing that is I can't show here because I don't have the demon on me. But all of the kind of outer walls of the buildings are destructible. So there's a spider transformation that you can climb walls with, and as the spider's climbing the walls of the buildings, all of that like exterior of the windows and the concrete sort of gets destroyed. So they put a lot of thought into like the design of their environment.
Crunch it up. These are really interesting too. They're like these little
Ugh. They're not quite verses, but they're it's little like weird platforming time puzzles. I didn't even know you could go up here in the regular missions, so I learned that from the new side thing I did. There's probably some shit up here I didn't even get. Oh, there's a mission over here. Okay, this is what I was missing. I thought I came back. There's just all this crap that I missed. Oh, this is cool. These are like classic. You're actually fighting the angels. It's got the old music. So I think you're supposed to be able to jump on this? Because there's a bewitchment if you can jump on top of like a famous landmark, which has to be this Shibuya 101 building? Yeah, you can definitely get over there. I see items. So satisfying. Just put shit that feels good to pick up in your environment as you run over it, and like, I'll play your game. Here we go. Oh, look how cool that is! Yeah, this is such an old game feel to it, but I love it. This is verse 9, right? Yep. And it's cool, like, I'll say it after the first tutorial. So like in these indoor environments, you can't summon your demons because there's not enough room for them, and it kind of turns it back into like almost like an old Bayonetta fight, which is cool. It kind of gives you both the gives you a taste of like the old and the new, I guess you could say. Back. Oh, I know it's back there. Never mind. You have to get that from the other side. Wait, is there a secret mission back here? No. So there's like sound proximity secrets. So again, this is one of the animals. You have like this frog, and he's just chilling out on this little sign up here. You grab him, and I already have it, so that's why it's like grayed out.
Having an outdoor recital?
Ah, it's cute. Oh, I haven't bought anything in a while. I probably can buy some stuff. Always go for the witch hearts. Yeah, I'm gonna buy all that shit. Are you kidding me? Are these just gun models? I'm just gonna buy it, whatever. Mallet of rewards. Return. No. Okay, buy that. Okay, cool. barely had the time. Give me like bronze time. Ew, barf. I'm not caring so much about my rank as much as I just want to make sure I see every verse, because there's always like an unlockable if you clear at least every verse in a mission. The whole game, I think. So I'm gonna finish up the replay of this level and then call it quits for today. You're platinum.
Now's your chance.
Oh, I forgot to put my new accessory.
Do it.
Such an awesome shot.
Crunch it out. Right on time. Finish them. Unleash it. Need to replenish. Do it. Your turn. Too late. Do it. Need to replenish.
There's an achievement here for not letting them
Do it.
multiply. That seems really hard to do. Oh my god. I just totally fucked this up.
The shadow remains cast.
My turn.
Did that do it?
You need to be gentle. Do it.
Ah, damn it.
Need to replenish.
Stop. I don't think... I have to do that on a lower difficulty. I think that was the end of the mission. Yeah. Yeah, defeat a penis without causing it to split. So, oh, of course, I can't check the... I don't know why you can't check your character stuff in the map screen. Unless you do from the shop.
Let's get down to business.
No, that's strange. You can only do it like within a mission. That's really odd. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up there. So yeah, I really wanted to share some initial impressions on Bayonetta 3 because it was, you know, for a lot of people obviously, but one of my most anticipated games for the year, or pretty much ever since it was announced. I was really curious like where they were heading with the series, and it's clear to me kind of where they were heading with it to a degree. I think a lot of the combat changes are like a natural evolution to what we were seeing in the previous few games. Sort of summoning demons to do like execution attacks, or kind of big, kind of quick timey sort of one-shot kill cinematic attacks are now like more integrated into the core Bayonetta combat, which is also still there. So it's kind of like, I feel like with Bayonetta 3 they're having their cake and eating it too, is how I feel about it. And just the production values are as strong as ever. Incredible soundtrack, cohesive enemy designs, the new homunculi, and again, the way whenever you meet and are introduced to a new enemy, like they get like a proper introduction with the scroll, sort of like showing you the name of the enemy, like their hierarchy and like whatever unit that they're in. And then it just kind of succinctly like wraps itself up into like a little bow and presents the enemy to the player. Like it's so well done and just so stylish and competently like perfected. I feel like they're just Platinum just, again, they're carrying a torch from the PlayStation 2 era, but then some. Like they've clearly established, at least for their primary flagship series, where they're bigger games, where they clearly get more of a budget, more attention to Bayonetta being, you know, their main game, so to speak. But like everything's here. And it's, again, it's a shame, the elephant in the room. I mentioned at the start of the stream that the focus from the game was sort of taken away with the original voice actresses sort of unraveling on the internet, and the claims she made that ended up being false or not, you know, clarified or misunderstood or just poorly communicated. And just, it's, again, it's disappointing that the conversation should have been about bringing attention to voice actors and actresses getting paid better in general, not so much just her. The focus was on her and whatever business between her and Platinum and Nintendo. And it was just such a mess, and it's a shame that like the conversation couldn't be had for the industry in general, or for like, you know, people who are in that line of work. And now it'll probably be more difficult to talk about that kind of stuff. So it's messy, but you know, a lot of people worked on this game that have nothing to do with that, and there's clearly so much love and care put into this game. It'll easily be in my top 10, maybe my number 1 game for those who might be listening. Yeah, so I don't think I'll do another stream for the rest of the year on this game. I just kind of wanted to share 4 chapters in, my thoughts on the game, how I was feeling about it, and I'm pretty high on it. So unless it takes like a really weird, terrible, drastic turn later, I don't see it being disappointing to me. But all right, I'm gonna close out the stream. So thanks if you stopped in, or if you're watching this after the fact. I appreciate it. So I'll talk to y'all and see you all soon. Bye.